So you've all seen Moist Critical's video where he destroys Sneako. I mean, this video is on track to hit 10 million views. So I want to take a look at Sneako's response, but I also want to address Sneako's hypocrisies and sort of everything going on here. Sneako has basically bastardized the word canceled to where it's basically lost all of its meaning. So myself and others mainly view cancel culture as the mass shunning of certain viewpoints or the illegitimate shunning of certain people because of their actions being deemed unacceptable. Now, I'll say this, right? For a fair amount of time, I think Sneako could have said he was being canceled and it would have been correct because, like, I mean, if you think about it, he was banned on YouTube, he was banned off Twitter for a bit. I think when you're trying to get rid of somebody's ability to, you know, speak freely to their audience, you are kind of trying to cancel them. So I think he was somewhat canceled, but for the past few months, all he does is spam, "Oh, I'm canceled," whenever somebody criticizes him, and it's so tiresome. Like, shut the f up, dude. It's like at this point, I could make a video calling him a gay homo, and he would be like, "Whoa, another YouTuber trying to cancel me." Like, no. At this point in your dying career, there really isn't much left to even be canceled. There's a fair amount of people who, at this point, when they speak about you, don't even feel the need to leverage valid points against you because of how much of a meme you are. I mean, I'll do it, right? Like, I'll bring up your hypocrisies, I'll bring up your double standards, but like half the videos criticizing you at this point are not even taking you seriously. They're like, "Sneako, how can I take you seriously when you were in bed with your girl and another man was in that same bed and enjoyed your wife while you watched?" You're not even being canceled. Like, at that point, no one's trying to even take away your freedom of speech or anything. They're just like, "Bro, you're a weirdo, you're a freak. Sneako, more like freako, god damn." And the final point on the "oh, I'm canceled" thing is that one of Sneako's favorite quotes is that we need to bring back bullying because, I don't know, man, people are just so weird right now, we gotta bully them. And look, bro, I'm not even gonna say I completely disagree with that quote. Like, obviously bullying is overall bad, but I feel like where we are currently at as a society, people feel way too comfortable doing the most weird, degenerate, freaky things, even in public sometimes. Like, there was a girl at my school who openly admitted that she was part of the kill all men movement. Like, at that point, you gotta face some sort of bullying for that. So to a certain extent, I agree with him, but Sneako himself doesn't even agree that we should bring bullying back, even though he says it all the time. Because whenever Sneako's the one getting bullied, according to him, he's not getting bullied, he's getting canceled. And cancel culture has gone too far. Like, no, Sneako, you're not getting canceled, you're getting bullied. The very thing you want to be brought back into society. Anyway, the second piece of hypocrisy I wanted to bring up really quickly, and then we're gonna get into Sneako's response to Charlie, is that Sneako needs to stop ducking. Stop running away from all the people you said you would debate. It's getting annoying, bro. I have Turkey Tom in my phone contacts, and I text him like once a week at this point. I'm like, "Hey, is Sneako gonna debate you yet, or is he still being a coward?" I just don't understand it too, because Sneako, like, obviously there was the bring back bullying thing, but another big part of his character is that he's supposed to be an alpha male. He's supposed to be a high value male. Can anyone name to me one thing that is alpha about running away from your internet critics? It's so cringy, bro, because you do the most shit talking on your stream, but the moment somebody shit talks you back or even just criticizes you validly, you run away from a debate. You can't talk to them anymore. You can't engage with them. And I mentioned this in my last video, but I'll mention this again because it's important in highlighting how spineless Sneako is. I had him friended on Discord for about 48 hours a few months ago, back when I still had respect for him. Now, the only reason I had him friended was because I really wanted to see him debate these critics, because back then I thought it would be something that he would actually do. He'd debate his haters, and because I had contact with two of the biggest haters that he would complain about, I figured I'd reach out to them, I'd reach out to Sneako and try to set up a debate. But the moment I actually tried to do that, Sneako blocked me on Discord. Yeah, dude, nothing more alpha than blocking somebody on Discord. I don't think there's a single more feminine thing you can do on the internet than block somebody. And look, I'm not saying you can't block people, but when you're out here trying to be a literal alpha male, you can't block people, bro. You lost that privilege. Anyway, let's talk about Sneako's response to Moist Critical. So because Moist Critical's video blew up so heavily, a lot of streamers were reacting to it, and one of these streamers was Aiden Ross. Now, Aiden Ross, while reacting to this video, actually called Sneako on the phone and asked him for a comment. Here's how that went.
I would walk up to him and I would say the same stuff that you said in your videos. I would look him dead in the eye and say, all that stuff you said in your videos, say it to my face right now. And I know that he would freeze up and not say a word. This is why I'm sick of the internet and why we should spend more time in the real world, because this is garbage, bro. Does anyone in the chat think that he would say any of this face-to-face, one-on-one? If I'm looking at Moist Critical, who looks like a fentanyl homeless dude, who looks like he stands at a playground looking at, bro, He looks like he's homeless.
Sneako basically just resorted to a different way of calling Moist Critical ugly, which is ironic because Sneako already used that insult.
Childish name calling like, I'm ugly and I don't go outside. That's not making any points. Like, what am I supposed to debunk there? No, actually, my mom thinks I'm handsome, and so does my girlfriend, so you're wrong. Factually wrong.
So Sneako evolved a little bit from just, you're ugly, to he looks like he's a homeless man on fentanyl.
Does anyone in the chat think that he would say any of this face-to-face, one-on-one? If I'm looking at Moist Critical, who looks like a fentanyl homeless dude, who looks like he stands at a playground looking at, bro, he looks like he's homeless. Look at him. If he's calling me a pedophile, look at me and look at him. Who's more likely to be on a watch list? Who's more likely to shoot him? Would he say this? Come on. Let's be honest here, man. You should moderate it. We should do it on Rumble's better. I'll do it. He's pushing 30 and still playing video games, and he hasn't improved his life, so he's probably not going to do it, but I would love to do it.
Okay, before I let the rest of the clip ride out, he's saying, oh, Charlie's pushing 30 and still playing video games. It's like, yeah, dude, that's part of his job, and he makes way more money than you. And I'm not even trying to ride here, but it's true. Like, Critical makes, what, like $3 million a month? Bro, I'll play video games all day long when I'm 70 years old if I'm making $30 million a month, or I'm sorry, $3 million a month. And you do realize the guy that you're on a call with, Aiden Ross, does GTA roleplay, right? He also plays NBA 2K, but is that fine? Like, is he allowed to play video games because he's like 6 years younger than Charlie? Like, I don't understand. Why do you not give any smoke to Aiden Ross for the same thing?
No, I mean, I have multiple girlfriends, and this is from 3 years ago. If you look at every single hit piece, they mentioned this. There's a lot of them. That's my whole existence. I went to a swinger party before, did a couple swap, and obviously, like, that's kind of degenerate. I didn't like it. Not a big fan of that. And that's a good testament to how you should embrace the rental ideology. You should not be able to let your girl do what you don't want to do. You shouldn't let them shame and guilt you into doing things that go against the masculine imperative. And I've learned my lesson from that, and I've improved. Like, since that video came out, I've become a millionaire. I was broke when that happened. I had one girl, now I have four, and I'm living a much better life. But they want you to cling on to the past. They don't want you to improve.
At this point, I genuinely think he's lost touch with reality. Like, he's saying that because he watched his girlfriend get enjoyed by another man, that every man should go through that because it will help them embrace the red pill. What the f are you talking about, buddy? Like, you're losing it, bro. You're losing your mind. I'm not watching my girlfriend get enjoyed by another guy. Like, are you saying that doing that's gonna bring me closer to God? Because I'm telling you that's not what's gonna happen. That's the other thing, bro. Sneako, you're a degenerate, by the way. Like, he does this whole LARP where he pretends to be like a God-fearing man. He pretends that he cares about a higher power, but in reality, he can't even cite like a single verse from the Quran.
That are coming out being that disrespectful towards Muhammad is a wild thing to be talking about incessantly on Twitter.
Sneako, can you give me one verse from the Quran you like?
Yeah, I can.
Go ahead.
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Don't target
Because I'm in a because you know
Yo, Sneako!
Let me answer. Wait, let me answer.
Yo, is he fake? Yo!
Can I answer Aiden's question?
you're gonna get a clip.
Aiden's question from earlier. He
Yes.
said, "Why did?"
Yeah, so much for the entire I'm a God-fearing alpha male grift. Because you're not, bro. You're a degenerate. You are a degenerate like every single person you criticize, if not worse. Like, you can call Noah Samson a soy boy, but I don't think Noah Samson watched his girl get pleasured. You can call Turkey Tom an ugly soy boy, but Turkey Tom has a girlfriend that he loves and he's monogamous. Dude, the only reason you embraced Islam is because you think it's an excuse to be a degenerate. You think that you can now have 5 girlfriends at once and never commit to anything. Like, okay, dude, sick. Anyways, though, that's where I'm gonna end it here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Comment down massive L if you made it to the end of the video. Follow my social medias, links are all down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.